Greetings and the best of salutations. That would be prayer, power, peace, patience, and prosperity. Today I will be reading, or partly reading, from one of my books, the Maha Spear book. And it's about the pursuit of self-excellence by way of self-awareness. And I'll call it the Moha Soul Spirit Fraternity. Everything that I do is I counter what has been socially constructed to either be deprived of something, or to deprive me of that which has been socially constructed to work against me. Whether it be the thinking from others or the writings of others, and even organizations themselves. Because that which is to be rewarded is diligence. Yes. And in the words of Warren D. Muhammad, talks about how reward and punishment, or is attributed to him, how reward and punishment is built within our very own nature. I'm going to start off with an introduction. And the book is for sale. The book is $15. It is for sale, $15. If I may use that language without being offensive to anyone when it comes with the word buck. But it's $15, and you can order the book through me. It's comhuem@gmail.com. And what you will be doing is supporting the gift of social literacy, because I realize that the improper use of the internet and how, by way of diminishing our social interaction skills, personal, is being diminished. So just want to counter that as well, because it gives the perception of something that's not real. Yes, and I'm doing so. You will be helping to promote the mission of common humanity, which is to promote the value of self-worth. But back to what I was countering, that was been socially constructed to work against me, or thinking, or any literature, or any organization, is that so I counter any form of intelligence. And I said we do my best. The we that's associated with me is the counter or operate as a social health engineer. Social health engineer. Yes. So the mission of common humanity is to promote the value of self-worth. The mandate is to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. And the motto is communicate with precision through 5.5 channels: understanding, tolerance, temperance / temperament, confidence, and respect. And you see that I have the shirt on. The shirt is for sale too. You can place an order in. The shirt is $45 at this junction, at this stage. And we can see the logos on there, which are very important. The red is the passion. We deal with the pyramid that represents focus, and you see that's the base to stay focused. And these are 3 colors of the earth, by the way. Then the brown is the oval or circle, that is the harmony. And then the square is represents justice. Yes. Yep. So I'm going to share something and be brief with this, and I may continue on sharing other materials that I have written and just try to consolidate all that I'm doing when it comes to what I have reserved, what I have come to learn to know, and what I have experienced based upon my culture and family background in the environment in which I live. I'm going to read a part of a foreword to the book that was written by a brother by the name of Marcus Sankofa Nix. And I will conclude reading this foreword with his name and his credentials. He said, I met Reverend Walimu Kevin Patrick on a regular Sunday afternoon at the address of 1407 Loch Raven Road. Now, Loch Raven Road is in Baltimore, in the basement level of what is referred to at the time as African Village Culture Center of Baltimore. On this day, I noticed that he wasn't one of the usual participants who would participate in our Sunday fellowship. I saw his demeanor across the culturally intimate room. The room was not large in size, and there may have been between 8 to 10 individuals present, and I would conclude that there were possibly more. The room was not large in size, as he says. Even if the space were packed full of people, his aura of seriousness would not have been hard to bear witness to. I was told by someone in attendance, whose name I cannot recall, that he had come all the way from Washington, D.C. to bring forth a message of empowerment. I remember that as he eventually approached the podium, gathered his notes, and cleared his throat, the passionate message came rolling off his tongue. Though not tall in stature, his message was booming with an emphasis on the pursuit of knowledge. He referred to himself as many things, but the term in Walimu was one term that stood out above the rest. From what I remember, the term in Walimu derives from the African language meaning teacher. A teacher is one who not only possesses knowledge, but also facilitates the process of how knowledge gets passed on to others. Being a Mwalimu is not a title of action to take lightly by any means. As Reverend Walimu Kevin spoke that Sunday, he mentioned the use of language, numbers, and psychosocial spiritual teachings. He spoke about how knowledge could be decoded with these concepts and ideas to discover deeper meaning and levels of understanding. As I continue to get to know the brother throughout the years, I will come to know him as the founder of Common Humanity Mission Incorporated, as often advocating for social solidarity amongst individuals and collective groups of people. In other words, the vision of dismantling barriers to communication, whether economic, religious, spiritual, or ideological, has always been at the forefront of his focus. Through his organization, writings, and speaking endeavors, he has maintained that the knowledge we obtain should be transformative to the point where it aids us in better genuinely connecting with each other. Furthermore, he also argues that knowledge individuals obtain, or the knowledge that individuals attain, should enable them to connect with themselves to a higher degree. The more you understand yourself, the more you can accomplish and obtain. This understanding of yourself come in many forms, such as knowing your triggers, habits, blind spots, trauma, personal history, flaws, unique characteristics, and strengths. The more you understand who you are on a deeper level and accept it, the better off you will be. As the Maryland-born, formerly enslaved abolitionist, orator, and educator Frederick Douglass expressed, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Once you know yourself, the less you can be bound by that which stagnates you. I encourage those seeking guidance on the road of optimum health, wellness, holistic healing. Read this book by Reverend Walimu Kevin Patrick. It can serve as a means of accountability and can be used for personal or group study. Couples, groups, and organizations can extract wisdom and valuable lessons from what Brother Kevin has provided. The book is written for different readers regardless of ideology and worldview. In supporting the cause of what this book contains, you are also helping to advance this work and further so others can heal from their impediments and internal challenges. This book is one of many tools that can foster deep reflection and introspection internally so progress can be made in abundance. Marcus Sankofa Nix, M.A., African American Studies. At that time, Dr. Winkler, now he's a doctor, he did reside over a regional branch in Baltimore of African Village. Now he has what is called the TNAT Holistic Wellness Center, and he is a doctor now. That's Dr. Winkler. I have to mention his name in regards to where I ventured in to speak on that day, and at 1407 Loch Raven Road. And Marcus Sankofa Nix, as they were doing things and are still doing things for the betterment of one's humanity. But this was written by Marcus Sankofa Nix, M.A., African American Studies. And Marcus Sankofa Nix is doing something about healing through history, or healing through history. I believe that's what it's called. I may have said it wrong, but he's doing great things, and I continue to wish him well and continue to wish Brother Dr. Winkler well. And we have done some things together, the three of us. Yet, there's much work to be done. The introduction to the book, I will read. Greetings and the best of salutation, what has become of the heart and the soul of our common humanity. It has become disease beyond repair, that's the question. Happiness is the joy that you feel when you are in pursuit of your potential. One's purpose is to reach his or her total potential. The behavior is in this wise, is by not reflecting callousness and carelessness, moving from sympathy to empathy in our feelings, thoughts, attitude, language, and actions for the greater good in relations to the development, of our intellect, in relationship for the betterment of humanity. Human relations is the way we connect. The relationship is the actual connection for the betterment of humanity, meaning using our resources out from that, or those substance or sustenance, benefiting for the betterment of our humanity. And when it comes to civility of our soul, is a requirement. The Ma Mo Ha Soul Spirit Fraternity is the pursuit of self-excellence through self-awareness. For me, I realize that awareness is the beginning of time. We live our lives to inspire others and to be an inspiration to others. That's how I live my life. First, to be an inspiration to self as well as to be an inspiration to others. I personally labor in the field of life transitional endeavors, trying to make an impact wherever I go. Yes. The mind is using our intelligence to inspire. The mode is the modus of operandum. The ha is how we express triumph. So, we do so in a powerful, benevolent way. The spear is the sphere or the atmosphere in which we live. The Ma Mo Ha So Spear Fraternity. The pursuit of self-excellence by way of self-awareness. That title itself, with the pursuit of self-excellence by way of self-awareness, was came to a consensus on agreement with a pastor of a church, I believe it's called Emmanuel Church, by Pastor David Smith. Here we go. I'm going to read on. We are born with nobility and dignity. These are the interests or expertise as well as our aspect of life as a unifying force of these two characteristics, nobility and dignity. Yes. Anything outside of that we learn along the way. We are born with the same faculty and consciousness. The difference is the manner and way in which we use them. Nature comes to awaken our consciousness. As a result, it requires to be responsible. So it's about being responsible with the nobility and dignity, with the nature of our consciousness and our faculty. We like to consolidate, but I would like to consolidate. Humans are only responding due to the extent and the damage and the injury that has been done to his or her humanity. That's what humans are responding to. Okay. Something's called culture hegemony. This is the humanity that I'm going to give to the world. I will give to this world, let's say, a Marxist philosophy on culture hegemony. Is the dominance of a culturally diverse society by the ruling class who manipulate the culture of that society. The beliefs, perceptions, explanation, values, and more that the ruling class becomes accepted cultural norm. The accepted cultural norm. Let's say this is the culture hegemony, or this is the humanity that is being given to the world. How is that to be countered? Well, Kwame Ture said the duty of the conscious is to make the unconscious aware of their unconscious behavior. Dr. Barbara Sismo says you have to take a very serious look at culture when it becomes destructive. First and foremost, knowledge is designed to do 5 things. And I'm not saying it's only 5. Who has a monopoly on intelligence? I'm saying 1, it is to give you structure. How well you structure your life. 2, to improve upon your life. 3, improve upon the life of others. 4, improve upon the environment. 5, to give you joy. Chapter 1 of the book, in which I'm not going to read at this present time, pointing to the substantial benevolent way, is chapter 1. 2, the pursuit of good faith. 3, conscious awareness. 4, competent awareness. And 5, coherent awareness. The Ma, Mo, Ha, So, Spirit Fraternity. The pursuit of self-excellence by way of self-awareness. The mandate of Common Humanity Mission and all that is writing, or all that has been written, is to cultivate, the mandate to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. The motto is to communicate with precision through 5.5 channels of communication: understanding, tolerance, temperament, confidence, and respect. And the mission is to promote the value of self-worth. We always say give to the gift of social literacy. Anyone who seeks to purchase the book, you can email me at comhuem@gmail.com. And the shirts are available as well. Until next time, Reverend Walimu Kevin, teachers of teachers, preachers of preachers, when it comes to reverence from the heart, an advocate for reverential treatment. Until next time.